Jumping into the number 5 spot of the top 5 best gaming headsets of 2025 is the SteelSeries Arctis Nova 5, 5P, and 5X. If at any point during the video you want to check out any of the 5 headsets in this video, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links, but let's talk about the SteelSeries. These come in at $129.99, which makes these the best wireless value pick for this list. There are much more expensive headsets on this list, but this might just be the best one for you. Dollar for dollar, these are amazing, starting with build quality. This is a plastic band up here. There is rubber on the inside, and it uses an elastic band for the top of your head. It has foam earmuffs that are fabric, and these feel quite soft, which is good. Now, all of this is plastic here. You can adjust the band like that. It's super smooth and much more solid than some previous SteelSeries headsets. This is plastic, but the good side of that is that, well, this doesn't weigh too much at all. Let's check the weight. These come in at 267.4 grams, which is actually very light. So on head, well, these feel quite good. And adjustable mic arm, you have to get it positioned, but once it's there, it's good. As for controls, there's a few different variants of this. Like I said, the 5, 5X, and 5P. This one is the 5X, which is designed for Xbox. The 5 is just for PC, and the 5P, well, obviously is for PlayStation. Now, for the controls, we obviously have this mic arm that can go back inside of here. We have a volume wheel right here. We have a mic mute that makes this RGB and light up in red so that you know it is not on. That's very nice. On the other side, we've got a USB Type-C for charging. We've got your power and Bluetooth switching button, so you can switch between your dongle, which is a USB Type-C dongle, and on the 5X specifically, you have a game and chat mix. Now, this is only for the 5X. However, if you want that, well, you can get it because the 5X works with PlayStation, Xbox, and PC, whereas the other ones just don't work with Xbox. However, if you just have a PC, you can get the 5, and that works with PlayStation as well. They all work with PlayStation, with the dongle here actually having a USB and Xbox switch on the 5X. So if you want the game chat mix, just get the 5X because it'll work with anything regardless of what you're using. Now, as far as comfort, putting this on head, well, it's super easy to adjust. These are really nice and firm there, so they stay in place. On head, this is just about perfect. The clamping force is not too much. The earmuffs don't press too tight against your head, and they're very soft. The top elastic band is really the thing that disperses the weight, which is already very little. Comfort here gets an A+. But with that, let's listen to some music to get the sound quality. We're gonna pull up Spotify here and start playing a song. These drivers are impressive. There's a little bit of muddiness on the trebles when compared to all of the higher end headsets on the list. However, the bass is very full. The mids sound great, and the overall sound profile of these is extremely impressive, even when compared to all of these more expensive ones on the list, but it's the mic that really blows me away.
This is the mic test of the SteelSeries Arctis Nova 5. Wow, very impressive.
Combine the price point, the ability to use this just as headphones, the music performance, but the in-game performance, well, it's still impressive, having great directional audio, trebles that really do come and bring to life sounds that you may not have heard with cheaper headsets. These punch above their pay grade in comfort, mic quality, obviously they're wireless, and the sound quality is really the thing that's impressive here. But with that, let's move on to the number 4 spot. And that is the value wired pick. This is the EPOS H6 Pros. Now, these were a much more expensive headset. They currently are listed for $120.99, but these used to be significantly more than that. The price also fluctuates pretty substantially, so you might even be able to find these under $100, so check the links below for current pricing. Now, for the build quality, it's super interesting here and quite good. This is a metal grill right here. You can see we have a metal band and some metal up there, which looks very expensive. It has good tactile bumps there. It has nice fabric muffs here. They can feel a little bit stiff, but they are plush, so I think that's just because the clamping force is maybe a little bit more. It's got leather on the top band, or leatherette. It feels really good. All of the build feels great here. These have a cool method of moving, and overall, it's a very good looking headset. Plus, look at that mic. That mic looks awesome. And you push it up for it to be muted. As for the weight, this comes in at about 308 grams, which is not bad, especially for having some metal on it. Comfort-wise, putting it on the head, even though when you press against these muffs, they seem quite plush. On head, it's a little bit stiffer, but still comfortable, and it's got a good seal here. The mic typically goes pretty close, but you can kind of bend it out, so that is nice. And overall, I've used these for a long period of time. They are comfortable, but not the most comfortable on the list. However, for controls, there is actually a volume wheel. It is right there. That is super easy to find. As you can see when I put it on my head, super easy to turn it up and down. With that, let's talk sound quality because, well, these used to be a more expensive headset. Pulling up Spotify and putting these on head, these are impressive. Now, the interesting thing with these is these actually share the same drivers as the Sennheiser PC38X's, maybe it was 37X. Either way, those are a really nice headset, but this build quality is better and they're cheaper. So the drivers here are quite impressive. These have great trebles, great mids, and really good bass. A little bit of moneyness, but it's on the upper end of that frequency range. For music, they are phenomenal, and in game, well, they are absolutely amazing. If you want the more emotional side of gaming, this really is bumping it up a pretty immense tier for the price point. Obviously, they are wired, but that's why these are, well, a very, very good value, and the value pick for a wired headset on the list. With that, let's listen to the mic test.
This is the mic test of the EPOS H6 Pro. I think they sound pretty good. Not amazing, not as good as the SteelSeries, but very good.
Well, let's say you don't want the value pick. Let's move on to the number 3 spot. These are the SteelSeries Arctis Nova Pros. Coming in at a whopping price point of $349.99. Yes, they look similar to the 5s, but, well, they are different. They have a similar band here, but this, well, this is all metal right there. Solid piece of metal atop the cross, or on cross the top. And then on the sides, they have actually interchangeable metal pieces that you can swap on there. You can customize them or get different colored ones. You have metal on the mic itself, which is pretty cool. And while this is all plastic here, you have leatherette on your ear pads, and these are very soft and plush. Now, less breathable than fabric, but these feel really good on head. Comfort here, well, comfort is just not a problem. Those leather muffs just feel very, very soft. And again, you still have the pull-outable mic, but it looks a little bit better because it's got some metal on it. However, that's not the main thing. The main thing is under this bad boy. You pop that out and you have an interchangeable battery. Not just that, but if you come over here, you can see, well, this is the OLED hub. This is basically your 2.4 gigahertz. You have your volume here, which you can turn up and down with a metal wheel, which is very cool. But if you look at the side of it here, you pop these in and out, and you take out your old battery, and you pop this one in. Now that's charging, and then you take the battery you just took out, take that and put it in there, and then, well, right there. Now you have a recharge battery. So literally, you never run out of battery. You can literally gaming forever. That is one of the biggest benefits of this headset. Plus the fact that, well, this is like a DAC and everything like that. Plus you have an OLED display and there's a lot of customization. That's pretty cool. Now, because of the extra metal, how much does this weigh? Plopping it down here, 340 grams. So while that is more than the Arctis 5s, well, you do get a pretty big bump in sound quality and, well, overall build quality. I think the comfort is better. It's pretty dang even though, but I think overall I do like these leather muffs just a little bit more. Let's do the sound quality, but first the controls. You have a tactile volume wheel here that is very nice, a mic mute switch, which then has your indicator right there, which is great. You have your power button here, and then you've got a Bluetooth button if you want to use this as headphones rather than a headset. Let's test the music. Sound quality here is pretty much exactly what you'd expect. It's very, very good. The trebles and the crispness is great. Now, in game, how does that change it? Well, it makes it very, very like, you can hear all those little clicks and sounds that you hear from games that, well, you've never heard them before because you've never heard that game with headphones of this caliber. Now, is this audiophile level? No, it's still a wireless headset, but the bass, mids, and trebles are all tuned very evenly, and there's very little drop-off with those trebles, and you guys know, if you want best in-game sound, you want good, crisp trebles without being overbearing. That's what these achieve. Very impressive. Obviously, for the price point, you expect that, and this is one of the best wireless headsets of all time, especially usability-wise. If you want to use this with your PlayStation, having those batteries be basically infinite, well, that is awesome, and then obviously for music, these are amazing. So having the Bluetooth connectivity and the mic arm that just goes right back in, well, that's pretty cool. With that, how does the mic sound? Take a listen.
This is the mic test of the SteelSeries Arctis Nova Pro wireless. Not the best, even when compared to, well, SteelSeries' own, but yeah, it's okay.
That is how it sounds, but with that, let's move on to the number 2 spot, which is a phenomenal headset. These are the Audeze Maxwell. These are the best wireless headset that you're going to buy. These come in at a price tag of $299, so yes, they're actually cheaper than the SteelSeries. Now, they are very, very heavy. The build quality here is enormous. Look at all of this. This right here, yeah, that's all metal. It says Audeze on the top. This is leather, and it's real leather. These right here, all of this is metal. I think this is plastic, but it's even hard to tell because they match the color just so well. So how much do these weigh? Well, they weigh quite a lot. And as you can see, they come in at 518 grams on the dot. And well, the build quality seriously is immense. Look, even on the leather pads, you have to unscrew some metal screws right there. You have more leather on the top band under here, but this is adjusted for your head. Then you have a removable mic arm that's, stays in place very, very well. You have some controls here, like a power button, a mic mute switch, which is a rocker, very good positioning. You have a game chat mix and a volume wheel right there, which is very impressive. Now the foam muffs right here, well, they're quite big, and oh, are they so plush. So even though this is a heavy headset, because of this top band style, well, the comfort is enormous. Let's put these on head. Yeah, that is very comfortable. You wouldn't expect it for a headset that's this heavy, but it is very comfortable. But what we all care about is sound quality, so how is it? Turning these on with that button, let's see how it is. Wow. Now, obviously, I've been using these for a very long time now, and these don't get old. For a wireless headset, these are just about as good as you're ever going to get. Maybe it'll get better in the future with new technology, but these are really good. The trebles are very crisp. There is still a drop-off. It's still a wireless headset, but the bass, the mids, everything is just tuned so well, and nothing is overly sharp or intense. These are phenomenal for sound quality. That translates to in-game hearing those little sounds that you never heard before even more crisply. These, if you want a wireless headset, they are the best of the best. And how does the mic sound? Well, take a listen.
This is the mic test for the Audeze Maxwell. It has great noise rejection, but it's still a teeny bit muffled. I still think it's very acceptable for a wireless headset.
And that is how it sounds, but let's say you want the literal greatest gaming headset of all time, which just happens to be my daily driver. That brings us on to the #1 best gaming headset of 2025. And these are the Beyerdyanmics MMX330 Pros. These are the most unbelievable headset I have ever used, and for that reason, they are my daily driver. Firstly, these are not just normal, these are open back here, so the sound stage is wider. You have velour earmuffs here, which are actually very comfortable. Initially, I didn't think they were gonna be as comfortable as they are, but dailying them, they're super comfortable. They never, ever get uncomfortable for long hours of usage. The top band is leather here, and it's completely removable and replaceable, and you can literally go in there and actually see the build quality, which is all metal here. This is metal, so if this ever wears out, you can put a new one on, which is amazing. This is all metal here, this is plastic, but you have a giant, super long mic arm, and I will say, yeah, this has the best mic on the list by far. It is unfathomably good, but that's not the reason that this is the absolute GOAT. The build quality is good. The comfort, let's put it on head, well, is very good. It initially, when you put it on your head, doesn't seem like it's gonna be the most comfortable headset out there, but the placement, the way it fits around your head and seals, it is just perfect. It balances everything really well, and for those long gaming sessions, I have never had any discomfort, which is great. As for the controls, you have a few on the wire itself, so you've got a mic mute, and then you've got some volume here, and then you've got a button for play, pause, and things of that nature. As for how much this weighs, this comes in at 326 grams, and so that also plays into the comfort. Even though this is a very high-end headset with metal all over it, even the top band and leather, it's still very light and it's quite comfortable. But the sound quality, well, the sound quality is the unimaginable part. Let's test this out. This is where these excel over every other gaming headset. These are not a gaming headset first. These are an audiophile headset first. They give the soundstage for incredibly immersive gaming. So you have that wide soundstage, but it is lifelike. The first time I listened to these, I started crying because of just how unbelievable these sounded. I actually had to cut it out of the video because I was embarrassed. That is how good these are. These are absolute audiophile levels of headset, plus you get the mic arm, and just take a listen to the mic. It sounds unbelievable.
This is the mic test of the Beyerdyanmics MMX330 Pros. Oh my God. this is a very good mic.
That's how it sounds. You get truly phenomenal audio quality. In-game directionality is great because of the enormously good clarity. Bass is still strong here. You have great mids. If you want to listen to music and game, there is no headset that I have ever used that is better than this, and it's quite unknown in the industry. But again, if you want to check out any of the 5 headsets in this video, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links. By far, this Beyerdyanmics MMX330 Pros are the best gaming headset of 2025. If you ever have a chance to even test these out or try them, make sure you do it. It is an experience every single time you listen to music or games with this headset. But this is a Consumer Tech Review, and I'll see you guys in the next video.